Jai Srimanarayana. Hello everyone, I am the Pauranika. Welcome to the 65th episode of Sri Mahabharata as written by sage Vedavyasa. After trying to convince his son Duryodhana in various ways, Dhritarashtra gave up and ordered for the construction of a Judasala, a palace to house games of gamble. Despite the warnings of Vidura, Dhritarashtra sent him to Indraprastha to invite Yudhishthira for a game of dice. Vidura, who understood that King Dhritarashtra can no longer be convinced, went to Indraprastha. Emperor Yudhishthira, his brothers, and courtiers received Vidura respectfully. After exchanging pleasantries, Vidura, who sat in that grand sabha, said, "Dharmaja, I have a message from King Dhritarashtra." He said so and read it out. "Son, just like your sabha, I too have gotten a beautiful sabha bhavanam, a palace constructed for gambling matches to take place. I am inviting you to visit the place and play a friendly game of dice with your brothers. We will all be delighted by your presence." Vidura read. Then Yudhishthira said, "Uncle, this gambling will only increase the animosity between us. Which learned man would like this? Do you think it is fair? Let me know. Your opinion means a lot to us." Then Vidura said, "Yudhishthira, I know the consequences of this game. I tried my best to stop this. Despite that, the king had sent me here. Do what you think is right." Yudhishthira asked, "Who else apart from the sons of Dhritarashtra will be playing there? Whom should we play with?" Vidura said, "There is the Gandhara king Shakuni. He is a gambler and has a dice that he can play at will. There are many other kings too, like Vivimshati, Chitrasena, Satyavrata, Purumitra and Jaya. Many gamblers who play by deceit gathered there." Then Yudhishthira said, "Dhritarashtra is my father's brother. I can't reject his invitation. I am not interested in gambling. Had he not invited, I would never go there or play with Shakuni. However, it is my discipline to not reject an invitation that was sent respectfully." Having said so, Yudhishthira with his brothers, Draupadi, their priest Dhaumya, his courtiers, friends, relatives, servants, maids, and a huge entourage started to Hastinapura. He sat on a 60-year-old elephant with all embellishments, with a white chatram or umbrella above him. In front of him, Bhima sat on an elephant. On his either sides, the twins rode on horses. Behind him, Arjuna rode on his chariot with white horses, holding his mighty bow Gandhiva. Draupadi and other ladies, seated in hundreds of palanquins, were in front of the king. With his might and glory, Yudhishthira entered Hastina. Along with his brothers, he visited Dhritarashtra and exchanged pleasantries with the kings that were already there. He paid his respects to Bhishma, Somadatta, and greeted Shalya, Karna, Shakuni, Duryodhana, Drishyala's husband Jayadratha, and so on. As Draupadi entered the palace, the Kaurava women welcomed her, but they were not very happy with her glory and riches. After resting there at night, the Pandavas woke up to the artists singing their praises. After finishing their daily deeds, they entered the palace for the game of dice. After greeting the other kings there, the Pandavas sat on carpets laid out for the game. Then Shakuni said, "King Yudhishthira, the table was laid for the game to begin. Everyone is waiting for you. The time for the game has arrived." Then Yudhishthira said, "Shakuni, gambling is filled with deceit and it is a sin. There is no place for valor in it. Why are you so keen on this? Except for gamblers, no one would appreciate this. I understand your evil intentions to deceive us and defeat us." Then Shakuni said, "Yudhishthira, here, if both of us are playing, you will be defeated by my dice and I will be defeated by yours. If any sin needs to be attributed, it has to be attributed to the dice. If a valorous warrior defeats a lesser warrior, what is evil about it? If a learned man defeats an uneducated man in an intellectual debate, what is unfair about it? In the same way, if a skillful gambler defeats an unskilled one, it shouldn't be called evil or unfair. If you still think it is unfair and if you are scared, then you can quit. Then Yudhishthira said, I will not retrieve after entering into it. That is a discipline I follow. I am surrendering myself to the God's will. Let him choose my destiny. He sighed and said, Whom should I play with? And who will be placing the bets? Then Duryodhana said, I will be placing the bets and my uncle Shakuni will be playing with you. When the game began, many kings entered the Sabha along with Dhritarashtra. Bhishma, Drona, Kripa and Vidura accompanied him with disturbed minds. They all sat on thrones around them. Yudhishthira said, King of Gandhara, here, this is a necklace made of gold studded with a precious gem. What are you putting? Duryodhana said, I have no deficit for gems and jewels. You can win the bet. Then Shakuni picked up the dice, rolled it and said, There, you lost. Then Yudhishthira said, Shakuni, are you proud of winning by deceit? Let's try it again. I am putting my treasury of gold. As Yudhishthira started losing his composure, Shakuni rolled the dice and said, You lost again. Yudhishthira then said, I am placing the chariot I came on. It is equal to 10,000 chariots and is driven by 8 best horses. Shakuni rolled the dice and said, You lost again. Then Yudhishthira said, I have 1,00,000 maids decked in golden jewelry. I am placing them as a bet. Shakuni threw the dice and Yudhishthira lost that bet as well. Then as subsequent bets, Yudhishthira placed 1,00,000 servants, 1,000 elephants with golden necklaces tied with golden chains, 1,000 chariots with golden poles and golden flagstaffs, different colored horses that were given by Chitraratha, Gandharva, whom Arjuna defeated in the battle, 10,000 vehicles, 60,000 warriors and 400 big buckets made of copper filled with gold. Shakuni, with a roll of dice, won them all. And every time Yudhishthira lost it, he would say, You lost again. As this continued, Vidura rose up and said, Dhritarashtra Maharaja, stop this madness. This will lead to the end of Bharatavamsha. While Dhritarashtra paid no heed to Vidura, Duryodhana blabbered at his will and reprimanded Vidura. And the gambling continued. Thank you. Jai Sriman Narayana.